everyone, it's Marjorie here, and I'm going to show you how to crochet a scarf. Let's get to it. So today I'm using chunky yarn. This is the chunky yarn I'm going to be using, and I'm going to be using a Susan Bates crochet hook. I'm using the L, which is also an 11. Okay, with chunky yarn, you have to make sure you're using an appropriate size crochet hook. Otherwise, your stitches will be too tight. So I'm going to show you how to make the slip knot that you need to start off with. So what I usually do is just turn this like this and come down and pull this up to make the slip knot. But I'm going to put it on the table so you're able to see it better, to see what I'm actually doing. So what I do is I try to make a, well, I do make, it's like a ribbon that you would wear on your shirt. You know, like one of those remembrance ribbons. And then I would just pull this over on top of this. And then I take the middle and I'll pull it up. And there you have a slip knot. And we're ready to start crocheting. So you put the hook into the hoop, and then you're going to pull the little string, or actually this string, not the little one, the other one, the one that's attached to your ball of yarn, until it gets to the size of your crochet hook. And now I hold my yarn like this. I'll put my hand like this. The string will come through these two fingers. I'll turn my hand, and then I hold the knot right here. This is the slip knot. So I hold it with my thumb and my middle finger. So I wrap the yarn over the crochet hook, and then I twist. Always remember to twist. If you try pulling it this way, it's not going to go through. So you have to twist the crochet hook and pull it through the loop. And then you're going to do that again. Wrap over, twist, and pull through. Now it's a little tricky because you have to get used to the tension here. If it's too tight, you're not going to be able to get the hook through. So it's just something you have to practice all the time until you finally know how tight you have to pull it. So I'm going to make 12 stitches. That's the third one. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is how wide our scarf is going to be. I'm going to do one more chain. That'll be 13, but that's technically our turning stitch. So some people like to count that at the end of a row. I always count it as like the beginning of my row. So that could be a little confusing. Alright, so I'm going to do a foundation stitch here. Instead of some people will go into the front of the stitches here. I like to go in the back, and when I do the back, I just feel like it looks better. So I'm going to turn this. You'll see the bumps, and that's the part that I'm going to go through. You're not going to do the first one because that's your new stitch. So I'm going to go through, and then I'm going to wrap this around here, twist it, and pull through. Now I have 2 loops on my crochet hook. I'm going to put one more over and pull it through the 2. So I'm going to come in through this hoop again in the back, pull it through, wrap it, twist it, and pull it through. So I just did 2 stitches, and now you could see how the back is automatically here anymore. I don't have to fight with it to get this done. So it'll be much easier now. So you're going to go through, wrap it, twist it, and pull it through, wrap it, twist it, and pull it through. So I'm just going to continue doing that until I get to the end of the row. Oh, I see that. Now sometimes the yarn will do that. Don't get frustrated. Sometimes it separates, especially this chunky yarn. It's very, very thick, and it's not really as tight as regular worsted yarn. So just keep that in mind. I like using the chunky yarn because you get your projects done a lot quicker. So that's always inspiring, when you could work for, like, say 20 minutes and have a bunch of rows done, and it's a substantial amount of work. So it just makes any project you're making go a lot faster. So we're almost at the end of the row. Got a little yarn mishap there. I have 2 more to go. And here's the first one that I started off with. So that's the first row. I'm gonna put a single chain stitch just like we did in the beginning. I'm gonna flip it over, and then we start on the next row. This will be considered row 2. First row was the chain, and then the next thing we did was the first row, and now we're going to do the second row. So we already have our chain that I put on at the end, and now we're going to go into this first stitch here, and then we're going to wrap it through, wrap it, twist, and pull. It's the same exact stitch that we did before, but this time we're going through these 2. There's 2 on the top. So instead of going in the back, we're taking these 2. You'll see there's holes here, and that's the hole that we're going to be using going all the way across. So, and this is called the single crochet. There's a lot of different stitches you could do. The next one I'm going to show you is a little bit different than this one. It's called a half double crochet, and you'll see the difference when I first start showing you. So this is I'm just showing you the different stitches at this point, but when you do a scarf, you could use a lot of different stitches. You just have to make sure they all line up correctly. So I'm going to stitch 1, twist it and turn. So for this one, we're going to wrap first. You're going to stick it through the hole, pull this through, wrap it again. So look, now you have 4 wrapped through there instead of the 3. You're going to twist and pull through all of them. Wrap, put through the hole, wrap again, wrap, twist, pull through. So that's a half double. So the only difference is that you're wrapping it first before you're going through the body of your scarf. And then I'm going to go to the end of the row, and I will show you a double crochet which is a stitch that's a little bit higher and could really get your scarf done a lot faster, because now instead of just it being a short stitch like this, and this one's a little bit bigger, you can see how wide that one is. Wait till you see how big the double crochet is going to be, and just how fast you can actually get the scarf done. You could have like all your presents made for everybody, just making them a nice scarf for the winter time. This time, now I'm going to do 2 stitches here because the double crochet is so big, so tall, that you need 2. So you're going to twist, and now this time for a double crochet, you skip the first hole. I'm going to start going into the second one. So you're going to wrap, go through here, pick up the yarn, wrap, and now you're just going to go through 2. Go for the first 2, you're going to wrap it again and pull through again. You're going to wrap, put it through, grab it, go through 2, wrap again, twist, and go through again. So this is the double crochet, and when I get to the end of the row, you'll see how much higher this stitch is. Okay, we're almost there. And technically, it wasn't a foundationless stitch I did on the bottom. It's technically that was just going through the back stitch. So it just looks nicer, I feel, at the bottom, because it'll look exactly like the top when you're done. So that's why I like doing that stitch instead of just going through one. Okay, so there we have it. We have the single crochet here, the half double, and this is the double crochet. And now it looks holier, obviously, because now you have all this space in between these. So, and it's still pretty dense, but these down here are much denser, and it will keep you warmer because these will have the holes. So it just depends what look you're going for your scarf. So those are a few basic stitches you could use to make a scarf, and feel free to rewind it to watch anything that you didn't get the first time, and that's it. So thank you very much, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care.